When the Apple Watch first made its on-stage debut back in September, Apple made a lot of claims about how their wearable is going to change your approach to staying fit. So this week on Thrive, we got our hands on a watch and spent a week putting it through the paces to see how much of it is hype and how much of it lived up to our expectations. We're going to take a look at the activity tracking functionality, the indoor fitness tracking, and the outdoor fitness tracking to see how it performs. Let's find out. Once you set up your Apple Watch, paired it with your phone, and entered your height, weight, and age, the watch will automatically begin tracking your movements throughout the day. This information is presented in the form of 3 rings, one for how much of the day you spend standing, one for overall calories burned, and one for the number of minutes of actual exercise you've done. Now, this isn't exactly revolutionary stuff. You've seen it all before if you've owned a fitness tracker. But it's definitely a very simple and convenient way to get a glance at your overall activity. Having a simple view of my daily activity right on my wrist definitely kept me motivated to reach the daily goals I set for myself. So if you were considering the Apple Watch in part for passive tracking capabilities, I think you'll find it meets your expectations. One caveat though, the Apple Watch doesn't actually count steps throughout the day, choosing instead to combine all of your fitness activities into a single metric that they call Move. And also missing is sleep tracking, although this functionality is rumored to be coming in a future update to be announced at Apple's developer conference in June. Next, we move into Apple's own proper fitness tracking app called Workout. Inside the Workout app, you must first choose which type of activity you're about to begin, and then set a goal for your workout. You can choose from goals like time, distance, and calories burned. And right now, the Workout app lets you choose from gym-based activities like indoor running, cycling, rowing, and elliptical training. Since you won't have any actual distance information when you're working out in the gym, the watch will use the optical heart rate tracker to determine how many calories you burn while doing these activities. To be honest, it's nice to have that information on your wrist, although most of the machines you work out on in the gym probably provide distance and calorie counts anyways. So the addition of indoor tracking capabilities is a nice add-on, but probably not an essential tool in your fitness tracking arsenal. And finally, we have our outdoor fitness tracking. And honestly, this is the real test for any fitness wearable. The Apple Watch can function in 2 ways when you're exercising outside. If you have your phone with you, the watch can use your phone's GPS to give you much more accurate distance and route information about your running or cycling. If you take it out on its own though, it has to estimate the distance since it does not have any onboard GPS. The heart rate monitor does, however, do a pretty good job of using your heart rate to estimate calorie counts. So if it's weight loss you're after, it will definitely still get the job done. All of the information from your workouts is logged into the Workout app and into the Health Kit, which enables you to combine all of your fitness data together. So if you happen to have a separate fitness tracker you use occasionally, and maybe even a smart sleep tracking bed, you can get an entire snapshot of your health through Health Kit. Honestly, the Apple Watch has been a lot of fun to use. The overall usefulness of the device is pretty fantastic if you combine the fitness functionality with all of the other features. I found myself making constant use of the watch to check my texts, take phone calls, and even find nearby coffee shops. So if we were evaluating how Apple did on making a useful all-around product, we'd have to say they did a pretty good job. But the purpose of this episode was to specifically evaluate the fitness and activity tracking features of the watch. And on that front, things are a bit mixed. If you want a device for casual fitness and workout tracking, the Apple Watch certainly gets the job done. But the omission of GPS and sleep tracking makes it a hard device to recommend for the hardcore fitness enthusiast. If you need a device that can do it all, you might have to wait a little bit longer, perhaps until the second iteration of the Apple Watch. For now, it remains a fun wearable, but not a must-have for the fitness conscious. If you try out the Apple Watch for yourself, we're curious to hear your thoughts as well, so make sure to leave them below. But for now, remember guys, don't just live, thrive.